What's going on? It's your boy Bouey back at it again. You are here tuning into the third installment of the Bouey Breakdown. Here we are breaking down the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn. Now, Shao Kahn has had a very interesting history in Mortal Kombat 11. For the longest time, Shao Kahn was considered to be one of, if not the, worst character in the whole damn game. And this was for a variety of reasons. For one, he's the only character in the game with a 9-frame jab. You know, his stand 1 is the slowest stand 1 in the entire game, as far as I'm aware. Also, he couldn't jail into that 9-frame stand 1 from any of his pokes. So this was a high attack that he couldn't really make a lot of use of. He got a lot of damage, kinda, a little bit back then. And he was fun, but, you know, he just was not cohesive. Some of his special moves in the variations were way too slow and not very useful. But probably the biggest problem was this string right here. Forward 3-4. For the longest time, this string was not special cancelable. You couldn't do anything after this. You had to do risky things like forward 3 into shoulder charge to try to get a combo going. And this just would not suffice. And so Shao Kahn players made their voices heard and waited, and made their voices heard and waited, and we demanded change for our beloved Emperor. And in one of the final patches of the game, we got it. And we didn't even know what we was getting, but boy oh boy, did he really need it. Yes, that was for you, Wallace. But anyway, what is Shao Kahn? Much like Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero, Shao Kahn is best played at the mid-screen. He has a bunch of slower, long-range attacks, such as forward 2, back 3, stand 1, which hits from all the way over here. That's a sweep distance hitting standing jab. Down 4, and even to a lesser extent forward 3. These are all moves and strings. Well, not so much strings. These are all normals that hit from range. So he's a mid-screen character, and he really relies on the opponent doing something that they should not be doing. And when they do that, that's they ass. Because boy, oh boy, Shao Kahn, more than most of the other casts, really hits hard. We're talking about a character that can get 40% damage on many characters off of his standing jab. 40%. And this is not some variation specific stuff. He just gets this across the board in just about every variation. The standing jab, by the way, as you just saw, it hits from here. That's sweep distance. So he can hit you from right here into 40% with a standing jab that happens to be +4 on block. Yes, +4. That's a lot of plus frames for a single normal. Believe that. Furthermore, he finally got this string special cancelable. And so now, off of a 10-frame mid, he can get 35%. Let me see. Is it 35? It's something like that. Yeah. Basically 36. If we round the set 0.75 to 5 and the 355 to 360, you know. And the crazy thing about Shao Kahn is when he's getting all this damage, one combo from him put your ass in the corner. So in addition to taking a lot of your life, Shao Kahn gets extreme corner carry. And that's when the real fun begins. So Shao Kahn really likes to make his opponents feel as though they suck. Because anytime they do anything that they ain't supposed to be doing, they get hurt real bad. Now, does that make him top tier now? No. Shao Kahn's full of gaps. Lots and lots of gaps. You know, so many of his strings are easily flawless blockable. Some of them are needlessly unsafe, you know, particularly that mid string that we were campaigning for so much. You know, doing that on block is a risk to Shao Kahn, you know. And the character, aside from a couple of, not even strings, a couple of normals, he's pretty risky. But given the fact that he has 1100 health and he hits like 2 trucks, you know what I'm saying? It's a risk that winds up often being in his favor. And now I would say that he's went from bottom tier to at least decent mid tier. He's definitely not a bottom 5 character anymore. And I would put him above the bottom 10, you know? He's decent. He's serviceable. As long as you play solid, though. If you play degenerate and risky, it's going to hurt you. But at the same time, he has a lot of tools that we'll discuss in this video. So let's get to those. So anyway, this standing one. This is a god button for him. For starters, the range on this is really, really OD. Sweet distance. So let me see. Okay, so a little bit less than a backdash distance away, you can hit that string, or that normal, I should say. And standing one has some good follow-ups. The main follow-up that you want to do as a Shao Kahn player is 1-4, because 1-4-2 leads into an overhead, and 1-4 hammer leads into a low. If I'm not mistaken, that's a universal move, by the way. Whoa, what the hell? Chill out! Hold up! Stop! My bad. Technical difficulties right now. Yeah, that's mad crazy. Okay, so yeah, ground shatter is actually not universal. You have to equip this. But ground shatter is a low attack that can be EX'd to be safe, though it ain't really safe, as I'll talk about later. But this move also restands in the corner randomly, which can be quite useful for Shao Kahn. So he has somewhat of a pseudo mix between this and this. And I call it a pseudo mix because this starts up at 26 frames. What about one? Oh, it starts up in 28. Oh, that's real. You can't predict that. That's really close. You just have to guess. You got to make the read. Okay. That's something I didn't know. Okay. All right. So I feel better about that. So yeah, so he has a little bit of pseudo mix, you know. But this is his best normal by far, standing one. And I'll talk more about why this is so good. One of the great things about this normal is because it has so much range, you can do what I like to call intercepting the opponent. I'm pretty sure that's not an actual term, but what I'm saying is when the opponent's trying to approach you and attack, right? As soon as they step about right here, you can begin doing the string. And a lot of times you'll connect. You will connect with them. And when you connect, you can kill them. Hold on a quick second, y'all. I'm gonna hit him back. So when you make the opponent approach you and they try to get in your space, 1/4 becomes your friend because it leads into your crazy damage. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. That's part of one of his buffs. Anyway, so that's a terrific string, though it has flawless block gaps, so you don't want to use this too much. But you can just do a lot of this by itself, because like I said, this is +4 on block, and it's really plus on hit. How plus? Let's look. 23 frames plus on hit. I can't tell you how many times I used this as a stagger, thinking the dude was going to block it. They get hit by it, and then I go for a grab, and I whiff. You know what I'm saying? Because I use this a lot. I use this for staggers, but people get hit by this a lot. And so really, what I need to start doing is just going into that right there, you know? Anyway. So yeah, this normal's very good. Standing 1 is great. Standing 2 is... I really only ever use this in the corner. Sometimes, but... Standing 3 leads into nothing. It's useless. Standing 4. He has a string 4/4. And this is his plus on block string. How plus? How about +6? Yeah. So when Shao Kahn makes the opponent block, let's see here. This string, they have to decide whether he's going to throw or mid. This is 10 frames. This is 10 frames. They have to guess. They have to guess. And it's in your favor as the Shao Kahn player. Now, again, this string has a flawless block gap, so you don't want to use this too much. However, forward 4 does not have such a gap, and it is also +6. So when you hit this, they got to decide, am I throwing or am I doing this mid? So it's strike throw. Technically, you could do this too, but a lot of times they'll be low blocking, and the only problem with this normal is that it hits really, really high. So some characters duck under this. Let me see if Raiden's one of them. Hold on. You see that? Look at that. If this hit crouch blockers, oh my God, that boy would be outrageous. But notice, it hits dumb high on Raiden. As a matter of fact, I think it whiffs over everyone, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really labbed this out. That's the only problem with this normal. So you don't want to use this on crouch blockers too much. Okay. But this is great. And notice, this has considerably less pushback on crouch blockers. Look how close you are after they block that. Same thing here. You're right in their face. You know what I'm saying? Scarlet has a similar, not, her string isn't similar to this. It's similar to this. But when she does her plus frame, she's all the way back here. You see what I'm saying? So she barely has enough room to really press that advantage. But Kahn doesn't have that problem. He's right there. So, you feel me? So, Kahn is not a game. Yeah, so best strings are 1/4. 1/2's okay. Actually, 1/2 grab is a very nice KB. That's actually quasi-practical, because there are people that think that they can throw projectiles at Shao Kahn. You can't. I mean, you can a little bit, but Shao Kahn actually has a pretty decent projectile. That might be a hot take to some, but trust me, I've gotten Robocops to stop zoning me using this. Not because I'm going blow for blow with them, but because as soon as I hit them with one of these, I'm up in there. And Shao Kahn only needs to be here, because there's one other normal that boy is amazing for having. His sweep. This sweep right here, ridiculous. This is one of the few sweeps that advances. So you have an advancing sweep that if it hits, he's right next to you. And even if it don't, he still moves forward. And look at how far away you can hit that from. You know what I'm saying? And even if you whiff it, so what? Doesn't matter. The recovery's low. Doesn't matter. So as soon as Shao Kahn gets here, he's great. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention about Kahn is that his movement's really good. Again, I'm not the best wave dasher, but that boy can move. He can get in there when he wanna. That boy don't care. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can. Nah, I ain't got it like that. Yeah. Anyway, so he can wave dash very well. Way better than what I'm demonstrating in this video. But point is, boy can get in. And his movement's really good. Forward and backwards walk speed is pretty decent. And that backwards walk speed is very good for one of Shao Kahn's other major strengths that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But anyway, sweep is terrific. Use it often if you play Shao Kahn. You know what else Shao Kahn's got that's really good? Pokes. Down one is 7 frames. Jails very easily into stand one. Matter of fact, let me demonstrate that real quick. See? And as I have established, you do not want to get hit with this. This you do not want to get hit with. Ever. Because that's death right there. Okay? Now, Shao Kahn's down 3 it's alright. Actually, I take that back. His down 3's actually kind of clutch, to be honest, because I've done a lot of degenerate things online with Shao Kahn. Poke with this on block and then went right into the mid when they try to poke me back, you know? And I've done that off of down 1 as well, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of Shao Kahn's down 2, it's really good. You know what I'm saying? Has a lot of range. If you just absolutely need to anti-air somebody, use this. But as we'll discuss, he has way better options. Anyway, so down 1's really good. Down 3's all right. But his God poke is down 4. Down 4 is OD. There's a Shao Kahn player out there way better than I am by the name of Video Games Yo. He goes by VGY Games on YouTube. He's a tournament player from the UK. Bruh, when I tell you all this man does is this. Down 4, stand 1. That's not all he does, I'm exaggerating. But what I'm saying is, when he plays as Shao Kahn, this right here and this right here are his primary neutral tools. And you can abuse them, because this is plus on block. This is very low negative frames on block. What is that poke on block anyway? Bet you it's like -5. Oh, -9. Psst, yeah, right. It has so much pushback, it don't even matter. Like, look. Look at that. -9 where? What you doing right from there? Even up close, you're so far away, -9 don't mean a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that pushback. All that crazy pushback. So this down 4 is really, really ridiculous. Not to mention the sweep. Again, this is -2 on block, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, see? -2. And then that's the forward 4, that's +6. The boy's not playing. Like, so he can bully to get in here. Bully with the plus frames. Really high pushback down 4 that puts him right where he wants to be anyway. So that's neutral reset. Yeah, Kahn's not no slouch, you know, with the poke game. But I guess I should start talking about his specials. So I already alluded to his projectile. Now listen, Your job is not to zone with Shao Kahn. Really, you shouldn't even be this far away from the opponent as Shao Kahn. But if they, you know, successfully keep you at bay, this will stop them. So long as you do what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do is get this knockdown and then go in. You see what I'm saying? Get the knockdown and advance. Do not sit there, get this, and then decide, oh, I'm gonna throw another one. I mean, you could if you want, but I'm just saying, like, really you're supposed to try to get in afterwards. You're supposed to get to here. Because if you get here, forward 4 becomes an issue. Sweep becomes an issue. Back 3 becomes an issue. That's another normal that's really, really good. Don't abuse it, though, because it's unsafe. That's a combo starter right there. Also, forward 2 becomes a thing. Because then you can get your overhead on. Or your low on. Now, how fast is that? Let me see. Forward 2, 4. Oh, that's the wrong thing. 28 frames. Okay, so the 4 in forward 2, 4 is 28 frames startup. And again, this is 26 frames startup. So this and that hammer start up in almost the same amount of time. Meaning they're virtually indistinguishable. You got to make a read. So anyway, but you can react to it though. Yeah. So as soon as Shao Kahn gets here, he's a problem. He's a problem. Because this back 3 will clip advancing folks. So if they want to run up on you, pop! Pop go to Weasel. That's their ass. Forward 2 will combo from there. And then you can do another thing too if you feel really if you want to jump out the window, you can just shoulder lean. Technically, it's called the shoulder charge. And it's one of his primary combo starter / combo extenders. Now, this move it's fast, but it ain't like lightning fast. Let me see. What's that speed on that? 16 frames. That's pretty decent. And it has a lot of range too. Like, you can hit from right there. Obviously, it's a combo extender, but it's also a nice whiff punishing tool. And when you meter burn it, it gives you a combo. This by itself will give you like 30 some odd damage. 30%. Hold on. Wow. Some characters don't get that. Cetrion does not get 300 damage. Rain barely cracks 300 damage with a bar. I mean, you can get it, but you gotta hope and pray that your combo doesn't drop and that your opponent makes another mistake that will allow you to get 300 damage. Shao Kahn just does it off of a special. Now, this is deathly unsafe, so you never want to do this to someone that's blocking. But if you hit this, that's going to be problematic for the opponent. And some very, very seldomly, you know, when you're out here in the neutral and you just want to be in and you want to put the fear of God into people, just pop them with this. They'll be like, oh, he just did it. Yes, you just did that because your name is Shao Kahn and you don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So, I said 2 things at the same goddamn time. You heard that shit? My bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Is what I meant to say. The boy don't care. He's Shao Kahn. He's an emperor. He's a despot. He don't care. So, sometimes you got to play like you don't care. All right? Now, back to these normals. Actually, no. Before I get to that. One move that he got, well, sorry, I keep jumping around. I want to save the best for last. So one move that I have equipped is this skewered move. And I do this because people like to try to break out of my combos, especially in the corner. And this will catch a fool. And if they get caught, let me see. You can meter burn and still keep the combo going. And switch sides. You know? Not to mention, this is a pretty good anti-air. So if you're sure someone's going to jump at you and they're like right here when they jump and you're not really far enough to anti-air, you can just do this. And you'll snatch them. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to uppercut. And as a matter of fact, I need to start making more use of this, especially when I'm in the corner with Shao Kahn against someone that I know is going to jump. Anti-air with this and get the side switch. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Really, really, really good. I already mentioned this move, which is very, very nice on him to have. But probably the biggest buff that he got came from this move right here. This lunge. Now, this lunge has to be directed. And it has a lot of range. But you can pop somebody from full screen. Like on a good read, on a projectile. You can pop them. And before, this move used to be utterly useless. Like, nobody ever used this ever because it just didn't have a role. But now, this is how you get your combo damage. The boy gets 38% damage in this game off of that. And even... Oh, I didn't think I was going to be able to hit it from there. Let me see. Even on just throwing it out at random in the neutral, you're getting 33% from throwing this in the neutral. Now, you don't want to really do this that much because projectiles stuff it out all the time and stuff like that. But if you're fighting a Sindel or a Katana or a Robocop and they're using these low projectiles that are fast and you read it, you can do that to them and get 33% damage and corner carry. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why the standing 1 and 1-4 strings are so good is that they connect right into this. You know what I'm saying? And even meterlessly, let me see if I can get this meterless damage. Damn it. It's hard to get that combo. Very tough. There we go. That's pretty much 300. And that's meterless. You know what I'm saying? Who else in this game is getting 300 meterless damage? I mean, there's characters that do it. Like Sonya and Scarlet. You know what I'm saying? But virtually everyone else has to spend meter to get damage like that. He's getting it off of a standing jab. Now that combo's not possible on women, so let me see the other. That's the universal combo that works on everybody. That's still 28% damage if you don't want to spend no bar. Because let's say you burned all your meters and stuff like that. Most characters would have had to settle for some mediocre combo damage. Not Kahn, he doesn't care. You know? Oh, and one other thing. This move right here, Annihilation. I just feel like you gotta have that for Shao Kahn because it does 12% damage on hit. It's a fantastic combo ender. So, yeah. Not to mention, in conjunction with one of his other special moves that I don't really use. I think it's the Shadow Priest. This gets a crushing blow. And it hits for stupid damage. Okay? So, I've talked about Shao Kahn's stupid damage. And basically, this combo right here is the main combo that you want to use mid-screen with Shao Kahn. Okay? Not to mention this one. And I want you to notice, I was mid-screen on both of those. I hit from match start distance. I mean, I had to advance a little bit, but still. I want you to notice the opponent is in the corner off that one combo. They lost damn near 40% of their bar, and they're in the corner from that one combo. This character is dangerous for that reason. Okay? But one of Shao Kahn's most deadliest attributes, aside from the damage, is this man's anti-airing capabilities. Yo, when I tell you you do not want to jump at this character, I am not bullshitting. This right here, stand 1, is the God button for a reason. Because with that, Shao Kahn gets 33% damage off of an anti-air. Who does that in this game? This character is getting off of an anti-air what Rain can barely ever get. And you can think that you want to jump at this character. You can be late. You can be up close. You can be anywhere, just about. And if you see the opponent in the air, you can just pluck him. Pluck. You can't do it. You'll die. Now let me be at some distance. Back 3 does the same thing. And I'll talk about a more specific use case for back 3. But mid-screen, up close, it's stand 1 all day. You just don't want to jump at this character for any reason whatsoever. You never want to do it. You'll die. And in the corner, now instead of getting 33, he's getting 38. Off of a goddamn anti-air. All because you wanted to try to get out of the corner. And if he doesn't want to spend meter, he's getting 28. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not a low tier character. So when people jump at you, for whatever reason, they're asking for death. I don't even practice this combo, to be honest. Oh, okay, I can do that. Bruh. Okay, if I wanted to spin 2 bars, I could do that. Bruh. Well, I didn't know if that was possible or not. Oh, wow. You can do it really low. Okay, so yeah. That's the combo that you do there off of this with 1 bar. And I only ever recommend spending 1 bar. But yeah, Shao Kahn kills people, bro. He kills people for doing anything that they think they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mentioned that Shao Kahn puts people in the corner easy as hell. But what happens when they actually get to the corner? Well, that's when the damage explodes. Okay? So, this is a regular B&B for him. 420. Off of a standing jab. So 42% off of 1 bar from a standing jab. A jab that's plus on block, by the way. That's what he does to people. Let's explore the mid. Whoops. $36 off the bid. A punished string. You know? Then, here's the other thing. Shao Kahn doesn't have to be this close to you to do any of this stuff. He can be out here. Look at that. That's from all the way out here. So if you thought you was going to try to get out this corner, don't you dare. That's your ass. And then we have this too. %41 off of 1 bar. Now, let's say you don't want to spend no meter. That's meterless. And that's not even optimal because I'm pretty sure I can get a jab in there. Let me see. I can get several jabs in there. Let me see. He can probably do 35% off of that particular sequence right there without spending bar. Ridiculous. And then I think I mentioned that the character gets anti-airs. I'm sorry, not anti-airs. Let me see if I can get this restand. Restand. That's not optimal. I'm pretty sure I can do more than that. Hold on. Yeah. I didn't spend any meter for that. %30 into a restand. And by the way, this restand is like, is it +7 or is it +11? I'm trying to remember. +7. +7. Making this guaranteed. So this is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. They can't do squat after they hit this. You have to guess if they're going to try to duck. And if they try to move, they die. And then what if they don't want to... Let me see what happens if I don't spend meter off of this. Oh, hold on, hold on. I did not spend meter. I did not spend meter. I got 35 off of a standing jab without spending meter. That's useful, very useful in a game where your meter regenerates. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make him sound, you know, all powerful, because he's not. There's some important things you need to know, such as this main combo that I like doing. Hold on. This one, it's harder to do on women. Like, you can get this part, but getting that to connect, that part, it barely works on women. It's very difficult to consistently do on women, unless their name is Shiva or Cetrion. Also, it's not that bad on Jade either. On those 3 women, you can do your regular combo. On every other female character, you got to do this. Hold on, not that. This is your combo instead. So it's 35 as opposed to 38. But I want you to notice the corner carry is still there. Okay? But every other combo works. So Shao Kahn has some, you know, gender specific stuff in that particular instance. Now, I didn't mention Shao Kahn's crushing blows. Well, let's talk about him. So he has this crushing blow, where if you hit 3 spears, this string becomes a highly damaging crushing blow. And realistically, you can get this because people are going to try to zone you out in order to keep you away. You hit them with 3 of these, you don't even have to, you don't have to go for this KB right away. You can always wait and you know, take your time with it. So that's a KB he has. Obviously, uppercut KB is really good. Shao Kahn has an interesting KB off of his forward throw. So if you do a counter reversal forward throw, he gets a crushing blow. So let me see if I can replicate that here. Whoops. It has to be a reversal throw punish. See? Jesus. I see. Maybe I have to use something else. Let me see. What else does Raiden do that's unsafe as hell? Oh, okay, maybe this. Oops. Yeah. Bruh. Oh, I gotta do the whole string. Hold on. Bruh. Is that safe? There we go, god damn it. Yeah. But you can see why this KB can sometimes feel impractical. Bruh. There we go, god damn it. Punk. But if you hit that, that's 48%. So a character that can kill you that badly off of a throw is a very dangerous character. He's very dangerous. And then I didn't even mention his jump-in is dumb. Jump-in 1 is really stupid. Jump-in, oh, that's not, this is jump-in 1, my bad. Jump-in 2 is hella dumb because of that extendo hitbox. Look at that. That's like an MKX hitbox. Look at that. So you can be one of these scrub people that just neutral jumps and tries to catch people trying to attack him like that. One thing I love doing a lot personally with Kahn is jumping backwards and catching folks with this. This shit is fire. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, catching people with that. Actually, that's really dumb. Look at that. You could jump backwards and catch people? What the fuck? Wow. That's so degenerate! Oh, hell nah. I didn't know you could do that. That's mad degenerate. Poke, jump back. You know? Well, the poke puts you out of range. But still, like... Or does it, though? Did I just do this? How do I do this? Whatever. Y'all saw me do it. But yeah, catching people with this is really good. Because jumping 2 is really stupid. And then his jumping kick's really dumb because you can always confirm into this and then get your combo going. You know? What's the combo I be doing? I don't even barely use this. I like to do this. Oh, no, it's this that I do. What the hell? Okay, yeah. Whatever. But anyway, y'all get the idea. The character can do a lot. He's very versatile. He controls the ground very well with great movement, long range attacks, very long range combo starting normals. Now this is unsafe, so you don't want to spam this. It's like minus 14. And this is not a Kahn forward 2 because it's 21 frames, but look at how much range this covers. You know what I'm saying? And that's long range combo starting business right there. Right? And you never want to jump at the character. Like ever, ever, ever. Don't jump at him. Just, if you thought about jumping at a Shao Kahn, don't do it. It's not worth your life. Okay? Even if your name is Jackie Briggs, you don't want to jump at him. As a matter of fact, I've started using Shao Kahn against Jade players. And I haven't experimented with Jackie Briggs players yet, but the next time I face a Jackie online, I'm going to pick Kahn and see how I do. Because between this, and this, I want to really discourage them hoes from jumping at me. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the fact that Jackie is a 950 health character. He's exactly the kind of character where this combo right here is 40% damage. Or she's that character where that would be a 40% damage combo on her. You know what I'm saying? So it's risky business. So if you like the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn, the one true Emperor of Outworld, not that Kotal Kahn, not that Katana Kahn, not that, you know, Empress Melina, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Shao Kahn. If that's your favorite character in this game, play him. He's fun. He hurts real bad. But don't be goofy with him, because you'll die, because he's high risk, high reward. But if you learn how to play solid, learn how to anti-air, learn how to bait, learn how to properly space yourself and all that kind of good stuff, you can kill people with this character. I know it because I do it. All right? That's been the Bouey Breakdown Part 3. Stay tuned for more. I'm trying to think of who I want to do next. Can't decide between Scorpion, Noob. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly who I'm going to do next. Since I've been an ultimate despotic ruler, I figure I should be the polar opposite and be, you know, an officer of the law. You know what I'm saying? So your next Bouey Breakdown will be for RoboCop. But until then, I'll see you later. Peace.